Make sure you stay to the end of this video because at the end, I'm going to demonstrate 4 different exercises that you should be doing daily. What this whole video is about. All right, how's it going, everyone? This week, I wanted to talk about something that I think is one of 2 of the biggest things I hear people say on why they don't do any sort of strength training. One is, and they're both not really true, I guess you can say. With the one being is they don't have any money to be able to do it. So the reason I say that that's not true is because that's also people under the impression that they need to join a gym or even buy equipment at home to be able to get some sort of benefits from doing some sort of strength training. And that's not true, okay? Totally for free at home, just doing bodyweight exercises definitely has benefits, 100%. Three, two, one, go. All right, how's it going, everyone? This week, I wanted to talk about something that I think is one of 2 of the biggest things I hear people say on why they don't do any sort of strength training. One is, and they're both not really true, I guess you can say. With the one being is they don't have any money to be able to do it. So the reason I say that that's not true is because that's also people under the impression that they need to join a gym or even buy equipment at home to be able to get some sort of benefits from doing some sort of strength training. And that's not true, okay? Totally for free at home, just doing bodyweight exercises definitely has benefits, 100%. The other one, though, is people saying they don't have time, which I call big bullshit on that. And the reason that I call bullshit on that, it's not really their fault, or if you're in this situation, it's not your fault. It's more about just what you conceive strength training needs to be like. So the reason that I say it's bullshit is because most of the people that I talk to now, I try to keep in touch with a lot of people from when I grew up. Most of the people that are watching this now that are on my newsletter are friends of mine from where I grew up that I have not seen in a very, very long time. So what I'm getting at is that I communicate with them mostly through social media, through Facebook, through Instagram, things like that. So that's where I can call bullshit, because if you have the time to do that, then you have the time to do some sort of exercising. And so while I was thinking about, how I was going to present this for this newsletter, and by the way, I hope you like the new format of doing a quick little email, then adding video to it. I decided to just do, because I knew that there was benefits. I just know for a fact there's benefits because I pretty much don't work out that much during the day. I actually don't enjoy working out. So that's a different newsletter that I'll get into, but I really don't enjoy working out. I feel great when I'm done, but it's not something that I look forward to doing. I'm not oh, I can't wait to work out. If anything, I'm the type of person that I put it off a lot. But I always make sure that I do something every single day. And that's where the benefits can come in. So I decided to Google, is there any benefits from just doing, and I put in, is there any benefits for doing 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 rows, and 10 deadlifts every day? So some sort of squat, some sort of push, some sort of pull, and some sort of lift or hinge, however you want to put it. So movements, those 4 main movements that I talk about a lot, about movements and not body parts. Is there any benefit just doing 10 of those every day? And so it said yes. And so then I was like, well, are there studies that show it? And sure enough, there are studies. And basically what they're either called are micro-dosing, micro-dosing workouts or micro workouts, and then exercise snacks. And there's quite a bit of studies. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull one up here real quick. So I'm going to read this word for word. So I'm not making this up. I'm pulling it right from. So systematic review and meta-analysis on exercise snacks. This was done in 2026. Major review looked at 11 randomized controlled trials involving short bouts of exercise spread out throughout the day, minus 5 minutes per session. Researchers found improvements in cardiorespiratory fitness, muscular endurance, physical function in older adults. The studies included body weight movements and brief resistance work. That was on PubMed. Takeaway was even exercise volumes below traditional recommendations still improve fitness outcomes. So to give you an idea, so my whole thing that I'm trying to push is that just moving, you will feel better and be able to do more things, and it'll be healthier for you. It's not as bad as people think that it is, as far as like what they need to do to just feel better. Now, are you going to maximize endurance? Are you going to maximize muscle endurance? Are you going to maximize athletic performance? No, of course not. Then you need to start kind of like programming a little bit more, maybe adding a little bit more time to your workouts, maybe 30 minutes workouts instead of just doing like 5 minutes. And I'm going to show you, if you stick to the end of this video, which I should have said this in the beginning, I'm going to give you a demonstration on what you can do at home. And I'm even going to, use my table to show how you can use a table to assist you. So stick around to the end of this video to watch that if that's something that you need to do. But something else I really want to talk about real quick before I even showed that is that sure, doing 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 rows, that's your pull is the row, and 10 some sort of deadlift. And I'm just going to show body weight single leg deadlift on this. That may not seem like a lot. Studies show that it will make a difference, but the biggest thing is that I want to look at, and like how I wanted to kind of deliver it in the beginning without even looking at the studies that just even that, has benefits, is that saying that it may not be quite beneficial at first, but what I can guarantee is that there's going to be a snowball effect. All right. You'll start off with maybe doing those 10 of each exercises each day, but then I guarantee you're going to find more time to get that in 3 to 4 times a day. All right. Which is still only going to be like maybe 10 minutes of your whole day. Because I'm talking like 2-minute bouts and that's it. Like definitely less than 5 minutes, probably even less than 3 minutes. So, but you'll start to add more of those in throughout your day. So now instead of getting just 10 reps every day, you're going to get 30 to 40 reps every day. And it's going to snowball. It's going to add up. If you just did, simple math, if you did 10 reps every day, you're going to do 70 push-ups, 70 squats, 70 deadlifts, 70 rows in 1 week. Now you multiply that by 4 weeks, 280 of each. And I'm not going to do the math, but then do 3 months, then do 6 months, then do by the end of the year. That's going to be a lot of reps. Now with that snowball effect, you're going to wind up getting like 30 to 40 in a day. So now we're talking over hundreds, over 100 every week. Then multiply that. Now we're talking, so if you're doing over 100 of each one of those exercises every week, by the end of the year, that's going to be 5,200 reps of each one. That math I can do because I know that there's 52 weeks in a year. All right. So do not think that just because you believe that you don't have the time to do it. You do have the time. And so my thing is, before you get on your Facebook, before you get on social media, do your 10 squats, your 10 push-ups, your 10 pull-ups, and your 10 deadlifts. Or most of you are going to be on social media more than once a day, more than likely more than 4 times a day. So the first time you get on, do 10 push-ups. The second time you get on, do 10 squats. The third time you get on, do 10 rows. The fourth time you get on, do 10 deadlifts. That's an easy way to do it too. That's literally going to take you 30 seconds before you get on social media. You have time for that. All right. So stop telling yourself you don't have time. You have the time. I promise you, it will make a difference and it will snowball. It will compound over the weeks, months, and years. I guarantee it. So if you stayed this long, thanks. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to demonstrate the 4 exercises that you should be doing daily. I said only 10 reps. If you can do, this more than one time a day, great. If you need to break up all 4 throughout the day, that's fine. I'm even going to do a stopwatch to show how quick this is going to take. And then I'm going to show kind of with and without assistance first. So without assistance first. So we're going to do 10 squats and then 10 push-ups, 10 rows. So that'll need the table, and then 10 deadlifts, or five single leg deadlifts on each leg. All right. So let's go ahead and start the timer and go. All right. So 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's up, buddy? 8, 9, 10. All right. So 10 push-ups. Watch out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows. So now I'm going to come underneath my table, use that for assistance. There's other things you can do besides this, though. So we're at 36 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the last thing, 5 single leg deadlifts on each leg. So you're going to balance on one leg. Come down, touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1 minute, 20 seconds, 40 reps. Now, obviously, I know not everyone can do it at that pace, but just to give you an idea. Now, not everyone can do deep squats unassisted, and not everyone can do unassisted pull-ups or unassisted single leg deadlifts. So that's also where the table would come in. So your squats, hold on to the end of the table. You can use a chair, you can use your couch. Doesn't make a difference, but just something to hold on to. And then just down nice and easy. So now your body will actually open up a little bit more because the fear of falling won't be there because you're holding on to the table. You can hold on to anything, but I'm just using a table because then you can also use your table for your push-ups. Again, the couch works. Anything that gets you elevated off the ground works. And then with your single leg deadlifts, you can hold on to the table. Bring the opposite. So whatever side you're holding on to, that's the leg. That's going to be the working leg. The other leg is going to be the one that's moving back, coming off the ground. All right, so there you go. Just try that. Tell me what you think. Just from doing that, I got my heart rate up a little bit. But minute, 20 seconds is all it took. All right, so if you have to break it down, then maybe it'll take you, 40 seconds, 45 seconds, or even a minute. Even if each exercise only takes you a minute, just do each one throughout the day, 4 minutes to feel better, move better, feel less achy, possibly better fitness, better health. All right, so a lot of benefits. All right, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like, you can check out another video somewhere, first time ever trying this, somewhere up here on one of my 6 variations of one of my favorite mobility, just everyday exercises. So go ahead and check that out. Tell me what you think. Tell your friends, tell them to subscribe, tell them to join my newsletter. All the links will be in the description below. Thanks.